One. Oh my god. Yo, father. What's up with all the xenophobia between Africa and China, man?
Oh Lord Jesus! All right, okay, here we go. So this is actually something that's been going on for a while now. And right now, since the whole COVID shit is going down, there's a lot of videos that's been surfacing of Chinese people specifically targeting the Africans that are staying over there, especially in this area, Guangzhou. And Guangzhou is in southern China. So they speak a whole different type of Chinese than in like, you know, the northern part. Because in the northern part, they speak Mandarin, but in the more southern parts, they speak Cantonese. So in that particular area, which was highlighted, there was a lot of, like, you know, targeting of black folks. Like there was restaurants talking about there's no black people that can come here. There was black people in their homes that they were renting out. They were actually quarantined in there after testing negative for coronavirus. They were still quarantined there for 14 days for no apparent reason. And also, there was a Facebook post about somebody talking about there were Nigerians in China that tested positive for coronavirus and were lollygagging about, but there was no evidence, or there was no other person to corroborate what he was saying. So all this shit that's going on in China that, you know, is coming out to the forefront now that this whole COVID shit is going down. And mind you, China is recovering from like the coronavirus, because the place where the original outbreak started, Wuhan, I believe that place is like, it's not open, but it's a lot better than it was like during the past months. So we're seeing all this shit, and then we're like, oh, this only confirms what we've been saying for the longest, that Asians don't fucking fuck with black people. And then you had and I'm sure you've all seen it. You had a whole lot of black people talking about, we need to support Asian businesses. We need to cape for these businesses. You know, these Chinese people, like, no, these motherfuckers don't like you. I can pull up all the receipts on how Chinese people call black people monkeys. I can pull up there was a Chinese restaurant in Nigeria that banned Nigerians from going into the damn restaurant. When I tell you these motherfuckers have the audacity to do some shit like that, this shit is real. So and the best part is, like, it got shut down by the government finally. I don't even know why they had the brains or the balls to do that in the first place. But I think, for me personally, and Ray has heard me say this, us as Africans, and I'm talking about Africans in the continent, we are way too fucking nice. And that's the one thing I hate about us. Sometimes we are so nice, we just let any motherfuckers come to our spot and take shit that don't belong to them, and then they squander it, and then you got motherfuckers living out in the streets, can't get no food to eat, can't get no work, because the people that are coming into the continent don't have good intentions for the continent, steal the shit, and then bring it right back to their home and make a whole bunch of money while their citizens are suffering in their countries. So it's like, bruh, when are we gonna wake up? Like, when are we? And, you know, I asked that question, and, you know, I've also seen a lot of people rising up. Like, I've seen Kenyans giving that work to some Chinese people. I saw Ivory Coast fucking take down a coronavirus testing facility because they were talking about they were going to test vaccines over there. Them Ivory Coast people stood up and fucking took that shit down and said, you're not going to do that shit. And, you know, like, I'm seeing examples of that, and I'm like, yeah, that's the type of energy we need to be having. In my homeland of Ghana, there was a Chinese woman that was going to a store. She refused to put on hand sanitizer, and they physically removed her from the store. And then she's like, why are you doing this? This is me. And I'm like, you're not putting on no hand sanitizer. You need to fucking bounce. So that's what I like to see. I like to see that same energy being kept. And no, this is not on some hatred shit. This is not on hey, this is what we're going to do because we don't like y'all. But we have gone way too motherfucking long with people that don't like us trying to, say some slick shit or trying to get one over on us because they felt like other people can do it. They can do it too. White people done enslaved them and did a whole bunch of bullshit to them. So us, we gonna do this. You gonna do the exact same shit. And I'm like, if y'all motherfuckers don't kick them out the motherfucking continent for disrespecting y'all, because power respect power. You know what I'm saying? The Chinese ain't going there to be nice to you. The Chinese is over there because they want some motherfucking power, and they know that the power is in Africa through its mineral resources alone. All them little iPhones, all these little laptops that we got. Africa is the reason why we got all the shit that we got. Africa is the reason why IG is a thing. Africa is the reason why, you know, the iPhones can keep releasing phones every fucking year. Same with Samsung. Same with Google. All these little devices that we got that we take for granted that we kept like got worth so much money. Like all that shit is possible because of the mineral wealth of Africa, and people are not putting respect where life started. Like I always said, we are the mothers and fathers of civilization. African people, anyone who is from African descent, we are the mothers and fathers of civilization. We are the true humans of this world. That's scientific fact. That's a scientific fact. You can look that up. So when these fucking subhuman motherfuckers come at us, it is up to us to put them right back in their motherfucking place. And I'm so tired. And you know that sounds harsh as shit, but I am so tired of seeing us like fucking getting disrespected all over the damn place. Every other group always got something to say. Well, when white people start putting them on the fire, then they start looking at us like we got the cape on. Our cape is fucking off, and like we need to start keeping that same energy. That's all I'm saying, because I'm fucking tired of seeing my people getting disrespected for no other reason other than them trying to be nice.
Anyone else on that?
Now, I just seen that video today where I think a black person was in a mall or something, and 3 Chinese people was beating them with a pole or something. I ain't even know nothing about it until I read it and seen the video today. That is some fucked up shit.
DR, how you feel about it?
Well, I don't know what to say that ain't already been mentioned, but I will say this, and hell, I've said this before. The one thing that gets lost in the midst of all this is 2 things that get lost in the midst of all this. First of all, we're human before anything else. I don't care where you're from, what race you are, whatever the fuck. We're human before anything else. And the moment people start realizing that, maybe something will finally give. But the other thing is that when it comes to people of color, and I mean all people of color, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. I'm sorry, but white people have fucked us all. You know what I'm saying? So it's fucked up because if you actually really look back, like this is the type of environment that white people and racism have created, where you have people of different nationalities and or whatever, just kind of being pitted against each other, and it's just sad that there's so many people blind to that one specific fact. And that's another thing that once that becomes apparent to some people, a lot of shit, like all this shit you was talking about, all this BS going on with the Asians and everything else,